Peace, people. It's your boy Zulu King Street Fame 47. Y'all know what it is. Smash the like button, subscribe if you ain't subscribed. If you want to donate to the channel, I'll pin the Cash App down in the comments so you can donate to the Cash App. Today, excuse me, today I'm going to talk about why I joined the Zulu Nation, why I left the Zulu Nation. Reason I joined the Zulu Nation was, I was out here, I was in the streets, I always did music. I was always involved in the music scene. And, I was an MC, I always was a graffiti artist and all that. So, I was really heavy involved in the music scene out here in Orlando. And at the same time, like, I had my son, my first son, but I was out in the streets. So, I lost focus kind of the music. I was just doing it for fun and all that. And I ended up being like going from a hip hop scene to mostly reggaeton scene because all the people around me, all my people, we had dope, we was selling all the stuff I've been convicted of. So whatever I'm gonna say, I'm good on. But we was all selling heroin and we had crack spots and heroin spots, and we just be outside chilling and freestyling and go to the studio, do a song here and there, but wasn't really like pursuing it no more. So I was like the only English freaking rapper around now because everybody was doing reggaeton and all this and that. And I was Vico C was always around, Rubio from Rubio and Joel and all these other cats. And Vico C ended up being a Zulu also. He's like the Rakim of Spanish rap, But I had a brother, Zulu King David, who was actually a Latin king and wasn't feeling what was going on with the Latin kings as far as in Florida, how it was going. A lot of people who are Latin kings and people from out of state and from Florida, y'all would know what I'm talking about with the things that was going on with the Latin kings at that time. And he happened to be a Zulu before and was a DJ, and he was always into the music, a b-boy and a graffiti artist and all that, and he really wanted to do stuff for the community. Went back to the Zulu Nation and started doing that. And he was the president of the charter at the time. K Solo was also, I believe, vice president of that charter at the time. I was in and out of jail and in and out of prison. I had a bunch of soldiers behind me. Like I had a lot of little dudes putting the work. And a lot of them rap, you know what I'm saying? They rap in Spanish. Some of them did graffiti. Some of them rapped in English. Some of them breakdance. And he reached out to me and was like, yo, my man's like, you know what I'm saying? You got a whole little army behind you. Like, why you don't, and y'all do music, why don't you like switch it up? Try to do something because you have the voice. Whatever I said, like they will follow behind. Like he like, yo, you have the voice. You could change like these people's lives and y'all could find a son other than these streets because niggas was dying, Like my man's baby Philly. It's Pina Hreke's cousin. I know Pina Hreke, and that's how I met all these cats in the reggaeton scene and all that. And my boy was an assassin. You know what I'm saying? My boy was an assassin, and he got hit. You know what I'm saying? They shot him 150 times with 2 AK-47s, and things of that nature was going on. So he tells me, you could try to change something. And I was like, I was listening, I'm thinking, I was like, man, yeah, you're right, my nigga. So, so one day I was like, yeah, you're right. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. So that was the reason I joined Zulu, was to try to change some of the people around me because a lot of them were getting killed. A lot of them became drug addicts. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them got hooked on their own supply. And, kind of crazy situation, but so I ended up joining. David ended up moving up in rank and so on and so forth. I ended up being the president of the Dynasty Zulus, which was the Orlando chapter at that time. It changed name like 3-4 times already. The charter was Central Florida Zulus, Ozone Zulus, to Dynasty Zulus, and I changed the name to Orlando Zulus. More so because Dynasty Zulus wasn't my chapter. It was my chapter. I became the president of that chapter. But Dynasty Zulus was everybody in that chapter had their life in order pretty much. Everybody I was the president of the charter and I'm the only one that been to prison. You know, um, I was under homicide investigations. Like I was the only person that was. The rest of them were teachers. You know, they was going to schools and colleges and things like that. So to me is that wasn't my mission. You know, like y'all know what y'all doing already with your life. You know what you want out of life. My mission was to save the people that didn't, the people that I was. You know what I'm saying? Like most everybody that was around me was killers, catching bodies or getting killed, or catching dope charges and stuff like that. So and they had talent, but they didn't know how to use it or nothing. So these were the people that I was trying. That was my mission statement. My mission statement was to save them, the people that had no direction in life, and just thought because they went to jail or they went to prison and they were stuck with these choices. When you can actually switch it up, it's hard, but you can actually switch it up. You know, so that was my mission statement. And that's why I changed the name to Orlando Zulus, because there was a war going on in Orlando. So many people dying and shot. Like, you wouldn't believe it if you're not from Orlando, you out of town, and we tell you, and I come tell you, like, yo, woo, woo, you ain't gonna believe it. You're gonna be like, get the fuck out of here, man. That's Disney, you know what I'm saying? So, that was my mission statement. That's why I changed the name. Because Dynasty Zulus really wasn't my mission. That was somebody else. I took over, and now I'm more focused in the streets. I'm on the battlefield, and I'm more focused on getting these little young bulls out the streets and giving them some perspective and some vision, some hope and life, you know, because everybody, you know, back when it was Dynasty, they was going to rich neighborhoods, and that was a community service, and they was cleaning a rich neighborhood, and, you know, they was doing something, but to me, that's like a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to go clean a rich neighborhood that's not dirty. You know, so I was more I was hands on in the hood, in the streets. That's where I was at. Now, so during this time, the whole Bambaataa scandal comes out, where African Bambaataa has been molesting these people, you know, and one of the people was Hassan Campbell. Ronald Savage came out first, and then Hassan Campbell came out. Ronald Savage is beasting it. Then Hassan came out. Hassan Campbell ain't lying. I know I see everybody be talking on the internet. Y'all be beefing with him, and people just doing all these videos like dissing on him and whatever. But he ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? And I know he ain't lying because I'm a Zulu, and you know, words trickle down. Word trickles down. You have so many other people that have been molested by Bambaataa that don't want their name mentioned, but we know who they are as Zulus. We know who they are, and they don't want to be out in the public because they don't want to go through, I guess, what Hassan went through. It takes a lot of heart to come out and say that, you know. But like I said, there's so many people say Hassan was in a relationship with him. I done heard that he was supposed to have a record deal, and that's why they put him on the back of the Tribe Called Quest album. A lot of people didn't know that he was until he said it, but that's why he was on the back of the album, and then him and Bam fell out. They was in a relationship. I don't know about Hassan's sexual life or none of that. I do know he was molested. I know multiple Zulu members from up north were molested that was around Bam. And this is why I left Zulu Nation, the universal Zulu Nation. Because I got 10 years in jail, man. You know what I'm saying? In and out of jail. You know, I'm a convict. You know, and when you're a convict, I roll convict rules, man. And molestation, child pedophiles, we don't respect them. You know, we put work on them. You know, a nigga like Bambaataa won't live in there. And whoever protects him. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that's around him, up north in New York, the Zulus that know what he was doing and shielded and protected it, Y'all pedophiles your damn self. Y'all feeding the wolf. Y'all bringing kids to the man. Y'all letting it go on. Y'all bringing kids to the man. You a pedophile your goddamn self because you supporting it. You condoning it. And that's why I left. I don't fly like that. I'm not with no pedophiles. I'm not with no snitching. I'm not with no beating up old people, abuse, none of that. So, I'm a convict, like I said, and I roll by convict rules, and I could never support that. You know what I'm saying? So I stepped off, and we stepped off as a charter from the Universal Zulu Nation. Now, they trying to rebuild the Zulu Nation. King Rob L1 reached out, and they're trying to start the Zulu Union. So he tells me, well, we need charters that left Zulu Nation because a whole bunch of people left. It was like 90-something% of the Zulus left because of that. The only ones that was stood behind them and stood UZN were the ones that was covering up for Bam. He was supposed to step down. He made a video and was supposed to step down, supposed to be apologizing, and he was going to step down, but he didn't because he owns the Universal Zulu Nation name and he owns the logos. So Zulu Nation, he does not own as a tribe in Africa. So people will use that name still, you understand what I'm saying? But they cannot use Universal Zulu Nation. And since he didn't step down, the World Council came out with a little video, and the Supreme World Council, a little video, yeah, he stepped, but it was a lie. He never stepped down. Everybody stepped off. Boom. So now the Zulu Union, they're trying to build that. So King Rob L1, he's the one that gave me more kingship in the Zulu Nation and Zulu King Brett. And Nico is one that brought me my certificate. I picked Nico up in the airport from the G family. And so I lost track of what I was saying. But so when they tried to do the Zulu Union, he reached out and hit me up and was like, yo, we need some charters so we could try to shift this movement forward and rebuild and start over new without any ties to the Universal Nation African Bambaataa. So I was like, yo, put us down, because it wasn't that many. Everybody was like, they wasn't feeling nothing to do with Zulus. People was just stepping off because they felt the name is tainted, the movement's tainted. Like even us, we stopped doing stuff like for the kids, because how we gonna do something with the kids when our leader, the founder, is accused of some pedophilia shit? So nobody want to touch no community work and do nothing in the community that has to do with children, because you're getting looked at funny. Because this man is hiding behind the name Zulu Nation. He's hiding behind it. He ain't come out and face nobody. He went into hiding. You understand what I'm saying? He went to Brazil. He got stabbed up and everything trying to molest somebody. He went to Brazil. Over there, people in all these different countries where we have a lot of charters, but as well, they're poor. And he could take advantage of them over there. A couple of dollars and he could do what he want. And the Zulus have a lot of power. The Zulu Nation had a lot of power, had a lot of people in high places politically and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, shit get covered up. So I was like, sure, put us down with the charter, put us down with the Zulu Union, but I'm not rocking with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tied to, I'm not sending no money to New York to, paying dues. I'm not associating like that with anybody. Not saying that everybody over there was involved in New York, but a lot of the people knew what was going on in New York, and they stood quiet and they covered it up, and that's just as bad. And a lot of people stepped off. But if you're doing something righteous or in the movement, you can put us down. And but I'm still not rocking with we our own entity. Orlando Zulus is their own entity. We run by ourselves. We're not affiliated with none of that. Just cause when you're a leader, you have to protect your members. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta make sure, you gotta protect their livelihood, and everything is on you. You have to protect that. And I'm not taking no chances, because there's so much stuff that's been going on up north in New York with the Zulus, and they've been hiding and shit, and everybody act, I'm not with it. I'm not with the games. I'm not with none of that, and I ain't gonna play them. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's like, oh, nah, we don't know nothing, but then Bam is rolling around, and ain't nobody do nothing to him yet. So it's like, all right, so if y'all ain't doing nothing to him, then y'all niggas new. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it. But like I said, I'm not taking no chances with it. That's why I left the Zulu Nation. I still rep Orlando Zulus. We still use the Zulu name because Bambaataa doesn't own that, and from the work that we put in, you know, in the community, the events that we was doing, we was doing book drives, sending them to the prisons, the B-Boy for Toys, events that we was donating toys to the hospitals, the children's hospitals, and all that. But after the whole situation, we strayed away from anything with the children. But we did, you know, we told Rob L1 put us down, and you know we'll help that movement get started again for the Zulu Union, because we, you know, we all for the righteous movements, and but I'm not rocking with, you know what I'm saying, nobody that was around Bam, you know, because just too many people knew what this man was doing, and y'all ain't do nothing to the man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just supported it. And like I said, if you support it, then you a pedophile in my eyes yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I left the Zulu. But I had people asking me like, what is Zulu Nation? Or what is Zulu King? They thought I was a Latin king, and you know, so I did this video just kind of explain, give you a little info on me, like where the Zulu King came from, why I joined Zulu Nation, or why I left Zulu Nation. We still repping Orlando Zulus, but like I said, we our own entity, and we do our own thing. We ain't really, you know what I'm saying, rocking out with too many people, unless we really know who you are. Because like I said, Hassan Campbell is not lying. And there's a lot of Zulus that I know that was molested, just don't want to come out and say it. They don't want to go through the embarrassment. And it's just sickening, you know what I'm saying? This is some sick ass shit, bro, to even be talking about. And it's just like embarrassing, you know? So I don't blame them for not wanting to come forward. I don't even like talking about it because I feel like you looking at me a certain way, just, you know what I'm saying, because of affiliation with the, you know what I'm saying? So I don't even like talking about it. But it has to be, I want to let it know because I'm on this YouTube page now, on this platform, and I want to let everybody know that we are not, I'm not part of the Universal Nation. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't stand behind Bambaataa. I'll never stand behind Bambaataa. And all the little booty bandits they got going on, I'm not with none of that. You know, I'm Orlando Zulus, Zulu King Street fan, but we our own movement, we our own entity. So I just want to get that established on this social media shit before people start saying the wrong things and things happen, you know, because some people just ain't gonna put up with certain stuff, you know, like pedophilia and snitching and all that stuff like that. It's kind of a crazy situation to be talking about, but I just wanted to, you know, clear the air out on that. It's your boy Zulu King Street Fan, 407. Feel like champ of this shit. I know what it is. Y'all boys be easy out there. Be safe.